Story by Lucia Gonzalez. Illustrations by Lulu Delacrae. Introduction. During the early years of the Great Depression, 1929 to 1935, many Puerto Ricans left their little island to find work and better opportunities in the big city, Nueva York. Most lived in a section of northern Manhattan that became known as El Barrio, which means the neighborhood in Spanish. Winter was harsh for the people of El Barrio. This was when they most missed their island's tropical warmth. But during this time, something wonderful happened. A talented storyteller named Pura Belpre was hired to work as the first Puerto Rican library in the New York Public Library system. Through her work, her stories, and her books, Pura Belpre brought the warmth and beauty of Puerto Rico to the children of El Barrio. Hildemar shivered with cold as she walked home from school with her cousin Santiago. The icy afternoon wind froze their hands and burned their faces. It was the last week of school before winter break. It was also Hildemar's first Navidad in New York. The winter surprised Hildemar. She had never felt so cold before. Only a few months earlier, Hildemar had traveled with her family from Puerto Rico to New York on a large ship called El Ponce. The journey took 5 days. Now the summer sun seemed very far from El Barrio. And so Hildemar and Santiago rushed home as fast as they could to warm their hands by the old iron stove. That evening, the family sat down to eat together. Bendito, Mama Nenita said with a sigh. How I miss the soft breeze of December nights on our little island. Ah, said Tio Pedro, Santiago's father. I miss the delicious pasteles and the smell of roasting pork everywhere. I remember the parandas and aguinaldos when family and neighbors came to visit, sing, dance, and eat, said Titi Maria, Santiago's mother, closing her eyes and humming. El Dia de los Reyes, Three Kings Day, was the best day of the year, Santiago chimed in. Do the kings travel this far? Asked Hildemar. Will they come this year? The next day, like every day on their way to school, Hildemar, Santiago, and Titi Maria passed a tall building with windows that seemed to invite them inside. This building was different from the dark apartment buildings that stretched from one street corner to the other. Titi Maria, what's inside? Hildemar asked. Can we go in? That's the library, Titi Maria replied, and libraries are not for noisy niños like you. How about grown-ups like you? Asked Santiago. We don't speak English, and the people in there don't speak Spanish, she told them, and so it was that they never went inside. But then, that afternoon, a special guest came to Hildemar and Santiago's class. She was a tall, slender woman with dark eyes that sparkled like luceros in the night sky. When she spoke, her hands moved through the air like wings of a bird. Buenos dias. Good morning, she said. My name is Pura Belpre. I come from the public library, and I bring stories and puppets to share with you today. Miss Belpré told stories with puppets in English and in Espanol. Everyone laughed at the story of Silly Juan Babo chasing a three-legged pot. At the end of her show, Miss Belpré invited the children to visit the library during winter vacation. The library is for everyone. La biblioteca es para todos, she said. Hildemar couldn't wait to tell everyone in El Barrio the good news. When Titi Maria picked the children up from school that day, they told her about the special guests, the stories, the puppets, and the library. Titi, they speak Spanish at the library, Hildemar shouted. Can we go to the library today? Santiago begged. Espanol? In the library? But nenes, I am very busy today, she explained. I promise I'll take you one day. I want Mommy to come too, said Hildemar, but she's always working. Maybe we can all go on Saturday, suggested Titi Maria. Viva! Hooray! Hildemar and Santiago clapped and skipped all the way to Bodega Santurce, where Don Ramon and Doña Sofia sold habichuelas, fresh vegetables, bread, and café. And why are these nenes so happy today? Asked Doña Sofia, leaning from behind the countertop. Tell us, what is the good news? Asked Don Ramon. Don Ramon, they speak Spanish at the library, declared Hildemar. The other customers in the store were very interested in what Hildemar had to say. Que bueno, they exclaimed. Do they have books in Spanish too? Doña Sofia wanted to know. Bueno, ya veremos. We'll see, said Don Ramon. That Saturday, Hildemar's mother and Titi Maria invited Doña Sofia and Don Ramon to come with them to the library. Santiago invited his best friend Manuel. The group walked along the snow-covered sidewalks, remembering Navidades back home. Soon they arrived at the handsome building. The adults stopped to look up at the tall doors, doubting whether they should go inside. Hildemar, Santiago, and Manuel ran up the stairs, leaving them behind. They couldn't wait. Inside, children filled the story room. Miss Belpré welcomed them with a smile. Bienvenidos! Welcome, she said. The storyteller's candle was lit, and soon the story began. Había una vez y dos son tres en Puerto Rico. Once upon a time in Puerto Rico. Miss Belpré told a story that Hildemar and Santiago had heard from their grandmother about a beautiful Spanish cockroach named Martina and a gallant little mouse, Ratoncito Perez. The story ended with a wave of applause. Now, close your eyes and make a wish, whispered Miss Belpré. We'll blow out the storyteller's candle and your wish will come true. The children closed their eyes tight and wished. When the children opened their eyes, Miss Belpré made a special announcement. El Dia de los Reyes, Three Kings Day, is coming. This year, we want to have a big fiesta at the library with a play, dances, and a parade. The play will be the story of Perez and Martina. Who wants to be in the play? Santiago raised his hand. I want to help, he called. I want to help too, the others chimed in. Santiago was chosen to be Ratoncito Perez. Hildemar raised her hand. Her heart was beating fast when Miss Belpré picked her to play the most important part, Cucarachita Martina. We have the cast of characters, said Miss Belpré, but we will also need costumes, music, and a stage. Soon, word got around. They speak Spanish at the library, and there's going to be a fiesta for Three Kings Day there. Doña Sofia told Don Ramon, who told Padre Simon, who made an announcement at church. That Sunday, after morning mass, the vecinos gathered together. Even Pura Belpre attended the meeting. For the first time, they said, El Dia de los Reyes will be celebrated in New York. Everyone wanted to help. I'll make the costumes, said Titi Maria. I'll make the curtains for the stage, said Mama Nenita, who worked in a sewing factory. And I'll make the stage, said Don Ramon. I was a carpenter in Puerto Rico. From that day on, the neighbors went to the library every day to help with the preparations for the big event. They were very happy to discover books and magazines for them in Espanol on the shelves. The children rehearsed the play, the dances, and the stories. Don Ramon donated boxes and crates from his bodega to make the decorations. The mothers from El Barrio met at church or the library to paint, cut, and paste. Finally, by the evening of January 5th, the library was ready for Three Kings Day. The next day, everyone came from far and near. Outside, the snow was rising high. Inside the library, the logs burned in an open fireplace, and the storyteller's candle flickered. The room bubbled with voices of children and adults. Everyone spoke at once, in Spanish and in English. Ay, qué lindo, how beautiful! The reading room had become an island in the Caribbean. A group of children sang aguinaldos, while others waited impatiently for the show. Asalto! Boomed the voices of the perenderos, surprising everyone. The children stretched up on tiptoe for a good look. Saludos, saludos, vengo a saludar, sang the perenderos. Doña Sofia shook the maracas. Chiqui, chiqui, chic, chiqui, chic. Don Ramon scraped the guiro. Chakra, chakra, cha. And leading the group, strumming the cuarto, was Senor Lebron. Suddenly, there they were, the three kings. They marched through the room, sprinkling the children with candies and sweets. The music stopped, and the play began. Many years ago, in a little round house with a little round balcony, there once lived a Spanish cockroach named Martina. Hildemar stepped on stage, and she was the most beautiful cockroach. And Santiago, ay, what a handsome little mouse. Miss Belpré concluded the show in her usual way. "Close your eyes and make a wish," she whispered as she held the storyteller's candle. Hildemar closed her eyes and wished. When she opened them, her eyes met Miss Belpré's. With a gentle smile and twinkling eyes, Miss Belpré said, "Today, with everyone's help, we brought the warmth and beauty of Puerto Rico to New York. Remember, the library belongs to you all. We'll blow out the storyteller's candle, and your wish will come true."